Alright, let's go and discuss some cumulative frequency sample items. Let's start with one of the most easiest item here. So we have here a cumulative frequency item here. It says here that the cumulative frequency graph shows the amount of time in minutes 400 students spend waiting for their train in a particular morning. Right, so this is the data. The data is not anymore given in a table but in a graph form using the cumulative frequency graph. You would always notice that in the x value, in the x-axis, or in the horizontal axis, we would notice that the independent variable, which are the time, and the dependent variable, which is the cumulative frequency, is always placed on the y-axis. Alright, let's go and answer the questions. Let's start with letter A. Letter A says, write down the median. Okay. Whenever you are asked to answer about the median of a certain cumulative frequency graph, all you have to do first is to check what's the total number of frequency. The total number of frequency or students here is 400. All you have to do, remember the definition of median, it is the middle value. So what you do here is you just have to do the solution for letter A would be 400 divided by 2. So therefore, your 200th data is your median. So you form, this is the thing that we will do. So connect it to your frequency graph. So make sure that you draw properly and you are careful with the line, and then after connecting it, you also have to connect going down, okay, to locate the x value paired with our 200 y-axis value. So there you are. It's very clear. We can see the answer already. So by that, our median is, so you would write, therefore, the median is is 20. Okay, 20 minutes. Okay, 20 minutes. Next, let's go and answer letter B. Okay, letter B. It says here interquartile range. Remember from the past topics we had. Okay, interquartile range is the difference. Okay, so if you forgot what's the meaning of this, there are some videos I uploaded in finding the interquartile range. So to find the interquartile range, we will subtract the upper quartile, okay, minus your lower quartile. Right? So how do we find the upper quartile? The upper quartile is also called as the third quartile. So here, all you have to do is to locate your third quartile. The third quartile is it will be, what you need to do is to find your upper quartile, you have to divide your data. So 400 divided by 4 is actually 100. Because it's the upper quartile, you need to multiply it by 3. Okay, that's constant for upper quartile. Therefore, your 300th data from the graph, a line. So connect it to your graph. Okay, and then same thing, insert another connect your value going down. Okay, so therefore your upper quartile, the upper quartile is actually equal to here. So if this is 25, this will be 26, 27, 28, 29. Okay, then how do we find your lower quartile? So same thing, after dividing our total number of value by 4, actually, we just do 400 divided by 4. That's our lower quartile. So 100. Because upper quartile is the third quartile and the lower quartile is the first quartile. So that's just the 100th data. Okay, so your 100th data is right here. See what you do. Alright, so your 100th data is located here, connected, and then same thing. Alright, connect it down. Then you will see the value. Your lower quartile. The lower quartile is actually equal to here 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 13. So to find your interquartile range, IR, it is equal to the difference of 29 minus 13. Right, very easy. Therefore, you will get 16. So 16 is your interquartile range. This is the answer for our letter B. Okay, and the answer for our letter A is 20 minutes, which is the median. Alright, so that's the first example. Let's go and have another example. So what if we have this one? This is a cutout from a certain book. Alright, so we have here the cumulative frequency graph shows the weights in kilograms of 200 sumo wrestlers. We have to find the median, the lower quartile, and the upper quartile. So it's the same thing. Alright, so let's answer first letter A before we move on to letter B. So to find I already redraw the graph. Okay, I redraw the graph so that it's much better and much clearer. So this is our graph earlier. The first thing that is asked is the median. Okay, as what I said earlier, so for you to find the median, you have to check your n. Your n is 200. Okay, so what you do, you have to divide 200 by 2. And therefore, the 100th data is your median. Okay, so to answer our I, or first question, your 100th data, okay, so here you locate the 100 from your cumulative frequency, connect it to your graph, go down. As you can see, this is 140 and this is 160. In between is 150. And then the equivalent value for the 100th data is somewhat in the middle of 140 to 150. So therefore, we say that the median is about, okay, because it's an approximation, about 145 kilograms. Right? Next question is we need to find out what's our lower quartile. So lower quartile is also known as the first quartile. For us to do that, we need to divide our n, or total data, by 4. And that's our 50th data. So you locate from your graph your 50. Okay, you have to be careful with your interval. So here is the 50, and then you connect it to your graph, go down. What's the value? So you see the value. The value actually, the lower quartile, therefore, is equal to 140. Okay, so it exactly hits our 140, so we're not going to put the approximated sign. Now let's go to the third question. Okay, the third question says, what is the upper quartile? So upper quartile is also known as the third quartile. So again, divide your data by 4 times 3 and you will get 150. Okay, so 150th data is your upper quartile. Locate from your cumulative frequency graph 150, connect that to your graph, go down. So as you can see, that is actually in between 150 and 160. So your upper quartile is approximately equal to 155 kilograms. Okay, so let's write the unit. So kilograms and kilograms. Okay, so we answered 1, 2, 3 already. Now here we have another question. It says the lightest weight. So the data, the lightest or the lowest value. Okay, so I'm just going to write LV for our lowest value is 125. This is to answer letter B. Okay, is 125 kilograms. Alright, And then it says here the heaviest weight is heaviest value, or the heaviest value or the highest weight is 188 kilograms. And you are asked to draw a box and whisker graph. Before I do that, I'm going to give you a shortcut in making the box and whisker plot. So this is how a box and whisker plot looks. Looks like this. So there's like a box that you make, and there's 3 vertical lines containing it, and then there's 2 external lines, and there's that one. This first short vertical line outside the box is your lowest value. Okay, this is your lowest value, lowest data. This one here is your lower quartile. Okay, the one in the middle is your median. Right, and the next one here is your upper quartile, and the last one is your highest value. So to answer letter B, it will just be here. So let's say this is 125. Doing first, locate your lowest value. Your lowest value is 125, so that's your first point. And then your lower quartile is 140, so 140 right here. And then your median is 145, so 145 right here. And then your upper quartile is 155, so 155 right here. And then your highest value is 188, so it's somewhere right here. Okay, now let's draw the box and its whiskers. So this is the box. Alright, this is the box. Should be straight. And then the whiskers, you connect it. So this is our answer for letter B, the graph. Now let's go to